Well, Grant, what was the first day like? New staff and new energy, all that?
Yeah, it was good. A lot of energy out there. The intensity was up there, and guys were just excited to be out there finally playing football again, and it was just good. It was a lot of excitement.
First chance for a lot of these guys to see you guys in person. Is there a little bit of an edge that first day, wanting to put a good foot forward, that kind of thing?
I think you just want to have a good first impression, and so it kind of was like the first day they've seen us play, and so guys want to go out there and do the best they can and play well, and so obviously there was a little bit of an edge to everybody.
Both of the guys we've talked to use the terminology is different. From you as a quarterback that has to deal with that, how much different is it?
Really, for offensively, not a lot. It's kind of a lot of what we did, when Coach Harsin was first here, and what Stanford did a little bit. It's just a mixture, and then what we've done last couple of years. So really, there's not a lot different terminology-wise from the offensive standpoint, which is nice.
What about for you personally? How's it feel coming in? Obviously they haven't named you the starter, but I mean to be the most experienced guy, the returning guy. What's it feel like for you?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's been good for me just because I've been around. Through the first year I was here, Coach Harsin was here still. And so I've been through his system, know how he works, and so it's been big for me. Going through a couple different coaches, a couple different coordinators. Just having all that experience kind of just makes it easier for me, I think.
How different do you think this offense will be from what you guys ran last year?
I think it's going to be a little different. I'm not exactly sure what they got in mind, but it's going to be a lot of shifts and motions, and then we can go fast at times too. But it's not going to be no huddle, go fast all the time.
Last spring there were 4 quarterbacks out here. You're the only one of them that's still here. How strange has the last year been at this position?
Yeah, it's been kind of a whirlwind, but that's kind of college football. We've been pretty fortunate to have guys stick around a long time here. But that happens. Guys move around, and sometimes it doesn't work. And so it's been a little crazy, but we've got 4 great guys here now, and it's awesome working with them. So
those are your friends too. Is that hard a little bit?
Oh yeah, I think that's probably the hardest.
That's
the hardest part is the friendships. But we're making new friends, and Tommy, Ryan, and Richard, they're all in there, and we're great friends too. So
what have your impressions been of those other guys so far? Maybe especially a guy like Tommy who's new.
Yeah, he's been working hard. He's been doing really good. I'm really impressed with the way he's handled everything. Coming in, and he's really picked things up quick. It's been really cool.
How much more ready are you for the spring ball this year after having played half the season as a starter?
Yeah, I think that was huge for me, just getting that experience. Kind of get my confidence up, and I know what to expect. I've prepared, for both situations as a backup, getting ready to go be a starter, hopefully at some point, and then being a starter and preparing that way. And so I think just being on both sides of that has really helped me.
What did you learn last year from all that experience?
I think I just learned really how the game flows. It's a long game, and I've learned how to prepare better, not be so complacent. And so just those little things have helped me a lot, I think.
Having a lot of new faces on the line protecting you, how's that group coming along?
They're really good. We got a lot of good guys up there. They're working really hard, and they're really focused and determined to be really good. And so they had a good day out there for the first day.
New senior class, yourself, and maybe some of the other seniors stepping up, taking a more of a leadership role than you've done in the past?
Yeah, I think that's one of the big things we're going to need this spring from that senior class is to just step that leadership role up and not necessarily be as vocal. You just need to show by example and lead by example, and that's kind of the big thing we're focusing on this spring.
We talked to Brian. He said that maybe you have been a little bit more vocal. Do you feel like that's something that you've had to change a little bit now that you are kind of the leader of the offense?
Yeah, I think so. I think to be a vocal leader, you don't want to fake it. Guys can kind of see that. I'll say something if I need to, but other than that, I'm pretty quiet. But I'll say something I have to.
That might be the answer right there. But kind of during the off season, these last few weeks, how is that different being the guy at quarterback atop the depth chart? And what work have you put in to get to the point where you were able to ready to go today?
Yeah, that's kind of when you become a leader. Really, is we're doing those early morning workouts and stuff and winter conditioning. That's when you become a vocal leader, just encouraging guys. And for me, it's just kind of a comfort level. I'm the oldest guy in the group now, so I got to do that. It's kind of one of my roles. So that's been huge for the last couple months.
I know the one thing you guys said last year when the playbook was changing was how simplified things were and terminology and all that stuff was much easier. Has that changed, and is this more difficult to grasp in any way at all, or do you have to put more time in to get up to speed?
I think we got to put more time in. There's going to be a little more thinking involved, but that's good. We'll get into good situations and get out of things, and we can check more and stuff like that. So it's a good change, but definitely going to have to watch a lot more film and prepare more.
So one thing that tended to get you in trouble last year, turnovers, and
Yep.
what do you need to do to sort of clean that part of your game up this spring?
Yeah, definitely. That turnovers is a big deal. I mean, especially that last game, and we don't turn it over those 2 times. It's a whole different ball game, and that's kind of how football is. And so that's been a really big focus for us, in this spring and summer, going out and not turn the ball over, take care of that football. And so it's just little things, just working, overemphasizing ball security and making good decisions in the pocket and stuff like that. And
How hard was that last game of the year for you personally to have it go the way it went and have that lingering in the back of your head the last couple months?
It kind of makes you hungry. I mean, we were so close to having that game go a different direction. But, we kind of got to forget about that. But it does motivate you into this offseason.
Do you feel like your confidence has come along since, coming in that Nevada game?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just all about experience, really, for me. And that's kind of where my confidence has grown. It's just the experience, and I kind of have been here long enough to where I feel more comfortable.
What's it been like working with Coach Stanford?
It's awesome. I like him a lot. He really knows what's going on. He's so smart, and he relates well. I think being a younger guy, he relates really well to us. And so it's been really great so far.
What are the 2 or 3 things on your mind this spring that you're really trying to hone in on and get better at?
I think taking care of the football is probably number 1. 2 is the leadership role. I need to be a big leader to this team and just have fun and just believe in what we're doing. I think that you can just feel the energy going up.
I know you've got some familiar faces at wide receiver with Matt and Shane, but there's also some new guys out there that may play a bigger role this year. Have you seen anything out of that young group, and how do you kind of connect with some of those
Yeah,
guys?
there's been a lot of young guys that have stepped up, PRPs and stuff in this offseason. They've done a great job, and they just haven't had a chance to play yet, so it'll be fun to see what they can do.
What about Troy Ware in particular? What excites you about him?
Yeah, he just got really good hands. I mean, he's smooth. He's got good feet. He's probably one of the more fluent receivers we have, and so he needs to have a big year. He'll be good.
You guys did do play run practices this winter?
Yeah, we
did.
did.
They give you some plays to run, or did you guys just do kind of drills? Or
Yeah, we kind of didn't really know what we were going to do, so we just kind of done what we've done in the past, and it's pretty similar. So.
I was going to ask you about your first time. Do you remember the first time you talked with Coach Harsin from even back when you were being recruited?
Yeah, I can remember I was at a basketball tournament in Junction City, Oregon, and he gave me a call. That's kind of when he offered me, and so I was on the phone with him, and then I really remember when he called me when he's coming back, and that was a cool moment too.
How did your guys' relationship kind of developed or redeveloped, I guess I should say, since he was hired?
It's been great. We've kind of kept in touch, but it's hard, when you're in different places. But it's been awesome since he's been back. We're pretty close. So
He says that he puts a lot on that quarterback position. So I mean, how much is on you to kind of help smooth this transition and everything?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of expectations. We need to kind of run the show out there, and so for us, it's just all about preparation. And that's one of the number 1 things he preaches. So we just got to get better at that.
Saw he was very involved on offense, was running some quarterback drills, a little different having the head coach over there.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of cool. We got a lot of quarterbacks on staff here. So there's quite a few guys that can do it.